Let me guess. You are trying to pull advertising data into Google Sheets or BigQuery. You tried Supermetrics, too expensive. You looked at Airbyte, too complex to use, Python, servers, etc. And now you're stuck copying CSV files again and again. Sounds familiar? Well, let's fix that, once and for all. Here is the big picture. We took the 3 popular tools for data extraction and loading and compared them side by side, Supermetrics, Airbyte, and our own OWOX Google Sheets connectors, or OWOX data marts. We're using a kind of the boxing scoring system. So let me walk you through it. Let's start with the cost, because let's be honest, it's the first thing that everyone looks at. With Supermetrics, you pay per connector, per destination, per user. You want to pull Facebook ads data into both Google Sheets and BigQuery? Well, those are 2 separate subscriptions. And the price for BigQuery as a data destination is not even available on the website. And when your team grows, prices grow with you. For a medium-sized team, it can quickly run into thousands of dollars per month. We have an agency, a client of ours, who used to pay tens of thousands of dollars for just using data connectivity with Supermetrics. That is insane. What about Airbyte? So technically, it's free, which is amazing. That's one of the reasons it's so popular among data engineers. But it's a big but. It's free only if you host and maintain everything yourself. We'll get into that a bit more detailed in the next section about the coding skills actually. But it's free, so I give it 10. So now, what about OWOX data marts? It's 100% free for data connectivity. No limits on connectors, no limits on the number of users, and no hidden fees. No matter where you self-host it or use Google Sheets templates, it's free for you, period. All the connectors are open source and they run in your environment, in your Google Sheets templates, or on your server, or on your local PC or Mac. So, if cost is a deciding factor, even if that's not about money, but about the procurement processes inside your company, and you want something that's free without the asterisk, OWOX and Airbyte both win this round. So 10 points, and Supermetrics gets a knockdown, so it's 8. Now, let's talk about how easy it is to get started with each of those tools. Supermetrics, it's plug and play. That's the appeal. You install a Google Sheets extension or a Looker Studio add-on, log in with your credentials, and you're good to go. No setup, no hosting. Great. That's why so many non-technical marketers love it. So it's 10, definitely. Airbyte, on the other hand, is a whole different beast. Yes, it's open source. Yes, it's free. But getting started means having a server or installing Docker. This is not something that most data analysts, especially without engineering support, are excited about. And if you don't self-host it, you will need to upgrade to Airbyte Cloud, which brings us back to the price tag. So it's a knockdown here, it's 8. OWOX connectors? Here's where things get really interesting. If you don't want to, you don't need to install anything. No add-ons, no servers, no Docker, no cloud deployment. You just copy a Google Sheets template from GitHub, configure it, and click Run. That's it. We have plenty of tutorials available on this channel, maybe right here, on our website, and inside our GitHub repo. If you've ever worked with Google Sheets, you're already 99% of the way there. You don't need to be an engineer, you don't need to ask for IT help. It works right out of the box, but if you want to host that on your server, we have that option as well. So definitely 10. So if your team needs something running today, both Supermetrics and OWOX probably give you the fastest time to value. 10, 8, 10. Let's talk destinations now. Where can your data land? Supermetrics offers built-in Connect and Go support for almost every major Sheets platforms, BI tools, or data warehouses. So it's 10. No questions. Airbyte lets you sync into a huge range of targets, including databases and lakes. The Google Sheet is a destination, however, is available as the community-level connector, with a scalability warning. So it's 9. Because, Sheets is kind of an essential platform anyway. With OWOX connectors, you can go one of two ways. Get your data straight into Google Sheets, or get an optional BigQuery support out of the box from the Google Sheet template, and then you can connect those blended data with other Google Sheets, Looker, Excel, Power BI, basically almost any other tool. And if you want to use AWS Athena, Snowflake, Redshift, Databricks, it's available via the Community Edition, hosted wherever you choose. Full customization, no lock-in, full transparency. 9 goes here. So, destination flexibility, 10, 9, 9. Let's talk about the coding skills needed. Supermetrics is fully no-code. Great for beginners, not so great if you need custom behavior. But you don't need any skills. So, I'll go with 10 here. Airbyte, on the other hand, is open source and incredibly powerful. But it assumes that you are technical, like really technical. You'll need to know Python to write or modify connectors. That's fine if you're a data engineer, but most data analysts, well, they just want the data to land into the warehouse or inside the report. So I'll give it 8 here. OWOX gives you the best of both worlds. You can just copy Google Sheets templates and run the connector with zero coding at all. No Python, no terminal, no setup. But if you want to go deeper, you can do it. All connectors run Google Apps Script, which is basically just JavaScript. And that's a language that almost every data analyst has at least touched before, especially if they're ever worked with GA4 or Google Tag Manager. OWOX gets 10 points here. So here, OWOX is more flexible than Supermetrics and more accessible than Airbyte. You decide how deep you want to go. So for coding skills, 10, 8, 10. Round 5. Transparency. When it comes to data transparency, seeing exactly what's being pulled, how it's processed, and where it's going, that's a huge difference between these tools. Let's start with Supermetrics. This one is easy, you don't see anything. You install the connector, choose the fields, and data shows up in your sheets or another destination. But you have zero visibility into what's happening behind the scenes. There is no access to the code, no way to debug anything when something breaks. And according to the reviews, it breaks. So, knockdown, 8. Airbyte is the completely opposite. It's open source by design, which means you get full access to everything. The connector logic, the configs, the data flow. You can inspect the code, tweak it for your needs, or fork it entirely. You'll need technical skills, yes, but in terms of transparency, it gets top mark, 10. I need to open the curtain here a bit and say that Airbyte will get 10 in each of the next 5 rounds. But let's see if it wins, because I don't know it yet. And then there is OWOX. Just like Airbyte, everything is open source and fully yours. That means the entire logic is right there in a Google Sheet you copy, or on your server. You can click into the script, see every line, modify it, log it, monitor it. It's yours. It's simple, auditable, and safe. And you know exactly what's being sent, when, and how. And if anything goes wrong, you can fix it yourself or ask our incredible community. So it's 10. 8, 10, 10. Next round, schema customization. Let's talk about one of the most frustrating things in data integration: getting the exact fields you need. Supermetrics is famous for its clean UI, and yes, it's very user-friendly. You open it, select your platform, choose the fields you want from a drop-down, and hit run. But here is the thing: sometimes the field you're looking for just isn't there, even though it's available via the platform API. You dig around, Google it, contact support, and they tell you, well, sorry, that field is not exposed in our UI yet, and there is nothing you can do about it. So while the UI is great, your options are pretty limited. If it's not there, you are out of luck. So it's 9. Airbyte is the opposite. There is no friendly UI for the field selection. You need to work with code. But if you know how to do it, you can pull anything from the API. No limitations and full control for you. That's great, so that's 10 for sure. OWOX give you kind of the best of both worlds. You open a Google Sheets template and select any of the fields from the platform API. You just check the boxes, done. OWOX gets 10 here for the mix of customization and easiness. So for schema customization, 9, 10, 10. Round 7. Scheduling. Let's talk about how these tools handle automation and scheduling. Supermetrics makes it easy for beginners. You get a user-friendly interface to schedule your data refreshes. Just set the time, choose how often, and you are done. No need to write code or worry about triggers. There is a catch. You are limited by your plan in terms of how often you can refresh your data. If something fails, there is no much visibility into why, so you get an email if you're lucky. That's what people say on the communities about Supermetrics. So I'll give it 9. Airbyte is on the other extreme. You have full flexibility with orchestration. Every 10 minutes? Sure. So definitely 10. OWOX keeps it that simple and flexible at the same time. Each connector runs as a script inside Google Sheets, and you can schedule refreshes using native AppScript triggers interface. Need to run every morning at 7 a.m.? You need to add a time-based trigger to run from 6 to 7 a.m., not an exact time. And if you are running our connectors in your own environment with OWOX Data Marts Community Edition, you can schedule orchestration using our own tooling, which is very customizable, just like Airbyte, but without code. So I'd give 9 here because of the scheduling limitations in the AppScript version, but you can really avoid this by using the self-hosted or the cloud version. So scheduling, 9, 10, 9. We are getting closer. Round 8. Let's talk about vendor lock-in here because this one hits harder than most people realize. With Supermetrics, you don't really own anything. Your pipelines run on their servers. You cannot access the logic behind the scenes. If Supermetrics decides to change their pricing, remove a connector, or sunset a product, you are stuck. Same with Coupler, same with other closed tools. Your work depends on them, and I'm giving it 8 now. Airbyte is open source, which sounds great. You can self-host it and keep forever. Definitely 10. With OWOX, there is no lock-in at all. Everything runs in your environment. The connector lives in Google Sheets or on your server. The code is 100% open and editable. You can customize it. You are not using a platform, you are owning the platform. So it's 10 as well. Vendor lock-in, 8, 10, 10. When it comes to community and ecosystem, all these tools sit in very different camps. Supermetrics isn't really a community-driven tool. It's a polished SaaS product with a support team and documentation. The roadmap, feature releases, and fixes, all decided by the vendor, so I'll give them 9 here. Airbyte, on the other hand, has a pretty large open source community. Developers create community connectors, fix bugs, build plugins, which is amazing. So 10. OWOX is somewhere in between. The whole thing is available on GitHub and contributions are encouraged. And if you do contribute, new connectors, fixes, or docs will help you promote your work, showcases, and get visibility for you. Built by analysts for analysts. It's a real community, just a slightly smaller one than the Airbyte one for now. So, just for the size of the community, I'll take 1 point off and give OWOX 9. So 9, 10, 9. And final round, privacy. Let's break it down. Supermetrics runs on third-party servers. Your data might pass through their infrastructure before reaching your destination, even if you are using it inside Google Sheets. Airbyte Cloud, it's absolutely secure if you are on the self-hosted version. That's a winner. With OWOX, everything runs entirely in your environment as well. Credentials are stored inside your own infrastructure, they are never sent to us or anyone else. So for companies with strict compliance policies, agencies handling client credentials, or data analysts working with sensitive data, OWOX and Airbyte makes a huge difference compared to Supermetrics. So for privacy, it's 8, 10, 10. So here is the bottom line. All three tools have their strength. Supermetrics is easy and has plenty of connectors. Airbyte is the most powerful. But if you're a data analyst, someone stuck between business requests and technical constraints, OWOX was literally built for you. Yes, I work at OWOX, but the reason we are winning in this comparison isn't just because we say so. It's because we built this tool with you in mind. We know what it feels like to be blocked by pricing, by procurement procedures, by vendor limitations, by missing fields, or by privacy constraints. And that's exactly why OWOX is open source, transparent, and fully customizable. For you. You don't need to code if you don't want to, but you can tweak everything if you want. You don't need to give us your data. If you are serious about building a flexible, affordable, no bullshit data pipeline, that puts you, the data analyst, in full control. Then OWOX isn't just a good option, it's your option. So, give us a star on GitHub, grab a template, or install a self-hosted version via npm install. Try it yourself, and if this video helped you, subscribe, enable notifications, and drop a comment down below. We've got more content coming that will make your life way easier. Thanks for watching, I'm Yevgen from OWOX, and until you check this channel next time, stay data curious, and as always, happy analyzing!